They put a stool in the corner, but George won't sit down, at least not yet. Angelo Dundee just asked for the end swell, and there it is.
You got to start coming up with your shots off your jab. You got to start coming up to get over the top.
After you finish jabbing, he ducked. I know. Come over right.
Harold, how do you have the score now, quickly?
Larry, 4-2, 58-54, George Foreman. Certainly those two knockdowns in round two are hurting Alex Stewart in his scoring, and you got to wonder, even though he's got the momentum, if he can overcome the big early lead of George Foreman. It's going to be close.
All right, we briefly saw the end swell there, Gil. Tell us what it is and what it does.
Well, actually, the end swell is not a miracle drug. It's an ice-cold piece of metal that you put on a swelling to bring the swelling down. I'm surprised that they didn't use it for the entire 50 seconds that they had. Angelo only used it a few seconds on each swelling. I don't think it did much good at all.
No, but that low blow might help out. It helped to set up the knockdowns in round number two. Richard Steele once again stepped in and warned George against any more low blows. It's got to be increasingly difficult for Foreman to sight the target now as those eyes swell up.
Again, Stewart is back into the waiting mode again. When he does that, he allows George to be in the fight.
In round six, George Foreman did not land a power punch. He punches Stewart on the hip there, and Stewart looks to referee Richard Steele.
At which point does the referee finally say, George, you can't do that anymore. That's 4 low blows.
Again, Stewart just does not have enough confidence to jump on George the way he should. Now he should jump on him again. Blow that second combination.
Stewart is landing at will. He just needs to put more punches together. George Foreman was within one knockdown of an easy second-round knockout of Alex Stewart in round number two. He may lie awake tonight regretting his failure to get that done with a minute and a half of time in which to produce knockdown number three.
Again, Stewart waits for George to lead every single time.
Well, it's time to say to all you George Foreman fans, remember well the glorious night of April 19, 1991 when he went 12 rounds with Evander Holyfield in a valiant effort. More and more it looks as though that will be the only title shot for Foreman in this love affair comeback career that began in 1987. Now more than ever he looks like an old man in trouble. Round 7 coming to a close. Foreman missing wildly with the left. A curious round in which Stewart has his advantage and doesn't seem willing enough to press it until right now at the end of the round.
Deep breath, George. Take a good deep breath, son.
You have to keep him up, George. You got to keep him up.
Okay.
Drop in your knees with him.
Stay down.
Moving your head and you can't. Move that head.
Don't touch it. It's all right.
Okay, all right.
The jab and moving your head, baby, and you'll be the winner tonight.
Take a deep one, baby.
When he ducked his body,
All Stewart is doing is following his corner's instructions, Gil. They're telling him to jab, jab, jab.
Well, again, I would tell him to jump on George and take the initiative. He's not fighting a George Foreman of even a year ago. He's fighting now a guy that looks like he took that, maybe that final walk up into the ring. But Stewart doesn't realize it. He keeps waiting to see what George is going to do. Look at him standing still, waiting for George to lead.
Well, but then you have to say the corner doesn't realize it either, and they're supposed to be his extra eyes.
Well, that's correct. Again, it's a difference of opinion. I would have him really taking off on George now, taking over.
What's your head?
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. If there's still a fear in Alex Stewart's heart of the big knockout punch that Foreman harbors, then no amount of talking from his cornermen is going to get him to step inside with resolution time and time again.
But George, Jim, they're not telling him to do that. They're telling him to box and jab. Now is the time where he has to throw some power punches and take over, as he did at the very end of the last round.
The last 10 seconds of round 7 were the most decisive moments of the fight for Alex Stewart. Punch stat numbers through round 7 show that for the first time in the bout, Stewart has now thrown and landed more punches than George Foreman.
And Stewart is tired as well, you know.
A couple of very tired heavyweights pounding away. Foreman, sensing a chance, tries to move forward.
Again, Stewart's waiting. He's waiting for the punch. Keep waiting for it. He's going to get hit with it.
A roundhouse right lands for Stewart. Foreman fires a left. Crowd on its feet.
Let's go.
There's the uppercut that Angelo called for to throw that punch up. And he did. And he landed it.
Stewart momentarily punch drunk. Foreman trying to find him through blurry vision.
Keep him up.
And Stewart fights better when he's hurt, Jim. He doesn't have time to think. He fights on instinct. And that's when he's at his best.
Come on, go to corner. Go to corner. Time. Go to corner.
Time out again by Richard Steele. Foreman gets a chance to rest. Stewart gets a chance to regain his composure. The crowd gets a chance to boo. Harold.
Richard Steele is supposed to put that mouthpiece back during a lull in the action, and I want to tell you, that was no lull in the action. He took away Foreman's advantage when he did that.
I think that's a little questionable. I thought there was at least a small lull in the action.
Again, Stewart fights better when he fights on instinct, when he doesn't have time to watch George to see what he's going to do.
How many more chances will Big George have? Might that have been the last big opportunity to sustain his career?
It's up to Stewart.
Foreman's wife, Joan, watching at ringside. She has been open in her demand that he take care of business or retire.
After she looks at his face after this fight, she may tell him to retire right now, win or lose.
We only got 2 rounds to go, baby. Only 2 rounds to go.
Alex, hang in there. You got him.
6 minutes, that's all. I know you can make 6 minutes. Okay, let me hold it. You got your mouth out? Okay.
Stay still.
Take a deep one.
Alex, you've got to use the left hand as he's coming.
The body gave up 90. Mine got to take away, Alex. The mind.
Jab. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Ho, ho, ho.
Beautiful. Now we separate the guys, right? Deep breath.